رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Alhamdulillah, we're continuing our study of the Ahsan al-Qawa'id regarding the Arabic alphabet and how to recognize the letters, how to pronounce them correctly in order to read the Qur'an. So we like to move on review page number 5, inshallah ta'ala. Page number 5, we have, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Better? Alright. We have over here, in this section right here, lesson number 2, we learned it last week. We have letters that we have learned the names of and how to pronounce correctly. Naam. And now the author is introducing us to the way the letter is written in a sentence. Okay, so it's erasing the full letter and it's getting ready to connect it to another letter. Alright, now this is very important because sometimes it may look totally different, and sometimes it may look a little different. Alright, so it's important for us to recognize how a letter looks when it's connected to another letter. Alright, so here on page this is page number 5. We have ba, ba, everyone, ba, repeat at home, ba, ba, ta, 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 right? Ba only has one dot on the bottom, right? You see here, the curve, one dot on the bottom. Ta has two dots on the bottom, right? So the tail is cut off, this end part right here is cut off. And then the dots are brought over here to this area. Two dots on top. Likewise with tha, everyone tha, tha, tha. The same thing, the tail is cut off and the dots are brought closer to this marker. Alright, also with jeem, everyone say jeem, 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 right? They cut off the entire tail below this area, and it's written like this. Okay, because if you were to write like this, now it'll be very hard to connect to a letter next to it. All right, so they erase this tail altogether to make it easy to connect to another letter. Likewise with ha, everyone ha, 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 and then we have kha, 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 kha. Then we have dal, 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 dal. Then we have dhal, dhal, dhal. Right. Dhal and dal, they cannot connect on the left hand side. They only connect on the right hand side. This is why it's written like this. Only a connector on the right handed side. Okay? Likewise with za, za and ra, same thing. Za, za, everyone za. Then we have seen. Seen, they cut off the tail right here. There's no tail. Seen. And then sheen, everyone say sheen. 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 Right, the tail's cut off. Then we have sawed. Everyone sawed. 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 The tail's cut off again, likewise. Same thing with lord. 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 Good. Ain, ain, right? The tail is cut off. Ain, so that it can connect to another letter. Ain, and then we have ghain, ghain, ghain. Then we have fa, fa, fa. This area right here is cut off. Fa, and then we have qaf, qaf, qaf. Right, the tail's cut off. And kaf. Now kaf, look at kaf. Every other letter so far, they look the same, right? You could pick it out. You could recognize it. Now, however, kaf looks totally different. Like instead of this one curvy line with a S in the middle, the kaf looks like this. Totally different. All right, take note of that. Then we also have lam, lam, lam. It's written like this. Meme, meme, meme. Noon, noon, noon. Now notice noon has one dot on the top. Okay? Noon has one dot on the top. Alright? If that dot was on the bottom, it will be ba. But because the dot is on the top, it is a noon. Okay? And ha, ha, ha. Then hamza. Alright, it has to sit on something. So there you go. And finally, yeah. 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 Yeah, there are two dots on the bottom. Okay? You always want to pay attention to the dots. That helps you to recognize what letter it is, right? So if there's a dot on the bottom, it's going to be a ba. If there's two dots on the bottom, it's going to be a yeah. If there's a dot on top, it's going to be a noon. And if there's two dots on top, it's going to be a ta. And if there's three dots on top, it's going to be a tha. Okay? So let's go through the exercise really quickly. Here we have here ghain. Everyone repeat after me. Ghain. 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 Then we have lam. Lam. Repeat. Lam. Lam. Good. Then we have hamza. 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 Then we have ba. 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 Alright, then we have sod. 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 Then we have kha. 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 Right? Only one dot on top is going to be a kha. If there are no dots, I would say what? No dots. I would say ha. Good. Ha. If there's one dot on the bottom, what letter would that be? Jim. Good. Jim. Jim. Alright? Then we have here the letter fa. 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 Okay? Fa. Good, with an F. Then we have the letter tha. 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 Okay? TH. Tha. Then we have ha. 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 Okay? And then over here we have noon. 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 Then dal. 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 Then we have qaf. 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 Then we have jim. 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 Ain. 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 Ta. 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 Dad. 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 Then we have here a ya. Alright, we have a ya. 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 Then a ba. 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 Okay, then jim. 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 And then ya. 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 Lam. 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 Ain. 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 Tha. 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 Ra. 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 Sod. 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 Kaf. 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 Ghain. 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 Over here we have sheen. 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 Val. 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 Noon. Or I'm sorry, Hamza. 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 Then we have fa, 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 fa. Okay? Then za, za, za. Then we have a ha, right? We went over this last week. Ha. There's another way to write ha. Ha, ha. And this one is going to be ha, ha, ha. Can you tell the difference between ha and ha? Ha and ha. Ha and ha. Now, the second one, ha, has more any breath, right? Then you have qaf, qaf, qaf. And finally you have dod, dod, dod. Okay? So these are the Arabic alphabets when it's about to enter into another letter. Okay? Very simple, alhamdulillah. This page right here requires just to review. You need to read it. You need to simply memorize it. Okay? There's no trick behind it. There's no way to get around it. You need to sit down, you need to look at the book every day, and you need to go over this and memorize it. Okay? Good. Next page we have, on page number 6, we had it as classwork yesterday, as last week as well. So we'd like to continue by doing it again. So we have here 2 letters connected to each other. So we're going to pronounce them separately, then together. So let's begin. Ba. Repeat after me. Ba. Ba. Seen. 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 Basin. 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 And then we have ta. 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 Ra. Ra. Repeat. Ra. Ta-ra. 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 See that your mouth is changing from the smiling position to the round position in a matter of 2 letters. Alright, keep note of that. Then we have ta. 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 Repeat. Ta. Then after that we have meme. 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 Tamim. 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 Okay, then we have Jim. 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 And Lam. 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 Jim Lam. Jim Lam. Jim Lam. Good. Next we have Ha. 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 And then Hajj. Jim. 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 Then when you pronounce it together, it's going to be Hajim. 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 Okay? Now we have the letters Kha, 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 and Ta, Ta, Ta. When you combine them, it becomes Khata, Khata, Khata. Okay? Seen, Seen, Seen. Dal, Dal, Dal. Seen Dal, Seen Dal. Seen Dal. Okay? Sheen, Sheen, Sheen. Ra, Ra, Ra. Sheen Ra, Sheen Ra, Sheen Ra. Okay? Ain, Ain, Ain. Dhal, Dhal, Dhal. Ain Dhal, Ain Dhal. Ain Dhal. Sad, Sad, Sad. Ba, Ba, Ba. Sad Ba, Sad Ba, Sad Ba. Then we have Dad, Dad, Dad. Dal, Dal, Dal. Dad Dal, Dad Dal. Dod, dal. Okay, then we have ghain, 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 mim, 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 ghain mim, ghain mim, ghain mim. Make sure you're repeating after me. Repeat after me. Fa, 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 ذال, 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 فاذال, فاذال, فاذال. Okay? قاف, 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 لام, 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 قاف لام, قاف لام, قاف لام. Right, then we have kaf, 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 and noon, 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 kaf noon, kaf noon, kaf noon. Alright, then we have letter lam, 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 mim, 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 lam mim, lam mim, lam mim. Okay, and we have noon, 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 kaf, 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 noon kaf, noon kaf, noon kaf. Then we have ha, 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 lam, 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 ha lam, ha lam, ha lam. Okay? Now we have hamza, 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 and dhal, 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 hamza dhal, hamza dhal, hamza dhal. Okay? Then we have ya, ya, ya. Make sure you're repeating. Ra, ra, ra. Ya ra, ya ra, ya ra. Okay? Then we have tha, 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 and jim, 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 tha jim, tha jim, tha jim. Okay? Noon, 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 and ta, 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 noon ta, noon ta, noon ta, noon ta. Okay, then we have tha, 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 and ba, 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 thaba, thaba, thaba. Okay, then we have finally noon, 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 and va, 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 noon va, noon va, noon va. Alright? So move on. That was review. 20-minute review. Today's lesson, inshallah ta'ala, we're learning about the different ways of how letters are written. Alright? These are some new forms in how letters are written. So alif can sometimes be written like this. Ba can sometimes be written like this or this. Ta can also be written like this, so this or this. Alright, these are ta mabultas, the closed ta. So if you pronounce it, it sounds like a ta. But if you stop on the letter before it, then this letter is going to sound like a ha. Alright, for example, solah. Alright, solatun. There's this, tun is this actual ta right here, right? This closed ta. Solatun. But let's say I just want to say solah. Solah. Right? If I don't pronounce this ta, then it acts as a ha. Okay, it's like a 2-in-1. There's a ha in there, there's a ta in there. And depending on how, whether you pronounce it or not, it's either a ta or a ha. If you pronounce it, it's going to sound like a ta, like solatun. Right? Solatun. But if you don't pronounce it, it's going to sound like a ha. So sola, sola, sola. Okay? Then we have ayn. Different ways ayn looks like. Likewise with ghayn. Fa. Qaf. Kaf. Right? Kaf looks totally different. Lam. Lam and alif. La. Meme, different ways memes look like. Ha, how has look, and yeah. Alright. So take a minute or two to actually study this right now. Just take a look at it and try to memorize it, inshallah. For a minute or two. Try to familiar yourself with this. And then if you feel you're ready, there's an exercise below that. You can take a look at that and try to test yourself. All right, so let's continue. Let's see if we could test ourselves to figure out what letters come where. All right, if we could recognize the letters. So this letter right here. All right, if this is a ba right here, dot on the bottom, what letter do you think this is? Dot on top. If a dot is on the bottom, it's a ba. If one dot is on top, it's going to be a noon, right? Now this noon looks totally different now, right? That's why it's important to memorize how many dots, are each letter. That's going to help you in recognizing the different forms of writing it. Okay? Likewise here, dot is on the bottom, therefore it's going to be a ba. Here, tha, ta, ta marbulta, right? The closed ta. So if you pronounce it, it's going to sound like a ta. But if you stop on it, before it, it becomes a ha. Alright? As you can see, like it's a ha right here, and over here 2 dots, making a ta. It's 2 in 1. Okay? Here we have a ayn. Likewise, another ta marbulta, the closed ta. Then a fa. And then here we have a ha. Right? And then we have a ghayn, qaf, ya, ta, lam, and then alif. This is the lam right here. The alif is attached to it. This means la, no. Okay? This is the kaf. The kaf you can see here, kaf, and a lam right here. Kaf and a lam. We have a meme and a ta marbulta, the closed ta. We have a ba and a ha. Ba and ha. We have a sad and a ta marbulta, closed ta. We have a ayn and we have a ha. Ayn and a ha. Right, a ha looks like this. Smaller scale right here. We have here a hamza and a ayn. Hamza and ayn. Here we have a ba and a ghayn. Ba and a ghayn. Noon and an ayn. Noon, ayn. Ba and qaf. Ba and qaf. Here, this is the hard part, okay? Now, how do we figure out what's going on here? Well, we have 2 letters here, bunched up together. And you're going to see this a lot, okay? Therefore, what I like to do, or I used to like to do, I like to break the letters up. So, for example, from here onwards, I would cover. So that I'm just left with this tail portion, now with the dot on top. So when I break this portion off, what letter do I get over here? A noon, now. And over here I get a jim. Alright? So noon and jim. Here we have ya, and a meme. Ya and a meme. Here kaf, likewise over here, kaf, over here, kaf, and then alif. Then a ta and a ya, tha and a ya, ba and a ya. Right, cut it in half. Delete the ya. What letter you have here? Ba. You have a lam and a ya, and you have a noon and a ya. Alright. Now let's move on to the next page. Now this page is very important, okay? So we're going to spend a lot of time on this, inshallah. And this page right here, on page number 7, the author is teaching us the beginning, middle, and ending of letters. The beginning, middle, and ending of letters. Meaning, what does that mean? It means that how does a letter look when it comes in the beginning of a word? How does a word look when it comes in the, or rather, how does a letter look when it comes in the middle of a word? And how does a letter look when it comes at the end of a word? Okay? So these are different forms. This simply needs to be, memorized, and, you need to be able to recognize these letters, okay? So we'll go over them. We'll give you a minute just to look over it yourself. Page 7, page 8, page 9, 3 pages, page 7, page 8, and page 9, okay? I'll give you a minute to look over it yourself, then we'll come back, alright? Alright. So now that you had sufficient time to look over these letters, we're going to go over them together. Okay? We give you sufficient time to look over these letters. We're going to go through them together. And likewise with these pages, it requires a student to seriously just sit down and just memorize it and just get familiar with the forms. Okay? So we have here Alif in the beginning. Alif. Remember, Alif only connects on the right side. Okay? It never connects on the left side. It only connects on the right side. Here's Alif in the middle. Right? As we can see, connects on the left side, on the right side, not on the left side. And at the end, how Alif looks like. Here we have Ba. When it comes in the beginning of a word, Ba. Ba in the middle of a word. Ba in the middle of a word. And then Ba when it comes at the end. Ba. Ta in the beginning of a word. Ta. Ta in the middle. Ta at the end. Ta in the beginning. Ta in the middle. And the closed ta when it comes at the end. Look at tha. Tha in the beginning. Tha in the middle. And tha when it comes at the end. Jim beginning. Jim in the middle. See it connected there? It's connected from the middle. So that I can connect to another word. A letter, sorry. Then Jim. Ha in the beginning. Ha in the middle. And ha at the end. Kha in the beginning. Kha in the middle. Look. Let's connect. And kha at the end. Likewise with dal. Dal only connects on the right hand side. It cannot connect on the left hand side. Okay? So you cannot attach something right here to connect it. No, it doesn't work that way. It only connects on the right hand side. Next page we have Dhal, Ra, Za, Sin, Sheen, Sod, Dod, Tha, Va, Ain in the middle, Ain at the end. And last page we have Ghain, Fa, Qaf, Kaf. Now at the ending, Kaf gets back its original form. Okay? As you can see, the original form of Kaf is there. When the beginning and middle, it looks different. Alright? Then we have Lam, the end. Mim, Noon. Wow. Ha. Ya, and then ya. This will be 2 dots right here. Okay. Alright, so homework, we have to study these 3 pages. We have to study them until we are familiar with them. Okay? So that'll be homework. To read these 3 pages 5 times each. To read these 3 pages out loud 5 times each. Now I won't be able to check that, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching you and He knows whether you do your homework or not. Alright? He knows whether you're sincere or not. So if you want to learn faster, then do it. If you don't want to learn fast, you want to take your sweet time, or you don't want to learn at all, then don't do it, or take your sweet time. But if you want to learn and succeed and get into the Qur'an, recite it 5 times each. Okay, do what we tell you to do. Alright? Now, this next page, and we'll stop here, okay? This next page right here, because now we're entering a new concept, and we want you to master these pages first. But we'll just introduce a new concept, and we'll leave it at that. Okay, we'll give examples, and then khalas. Alright, we'll end early today, depending. So now, the 4th lesson on page number 10, the author introduces us to a marker. See this marker right here? This green marker? A dash, right? This is slanted on top of each letter. This is called fatha. 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 Everyone say fatha. 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 Good. Fatha makes the sound ah. Everyone say ah. Ah. Out loud. Ah. Out loud. Ah. Ah. Now, when this fatha or ah comes on top of a letter, it gives that letter that sound of ah. Okay? So let's go over it so you'll understand. We have here ah. Everyone repeat after me. Ah. Right? I'm not saying alif no more. What am I saying? Ah. Right? Because there's a fatha on top of it. Ah. Then ba. 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 Ta. 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 Tha. 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 Now ja. 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 Right? Am I saying Jim now? No, I'm not saying Jim no more, right? Because Jim is the name of the letter, right? But we have a fatha here now. So we have to pronounce it ja. 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 Good. Then ha. 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 Then kha. 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 Then da. 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 Am I saying dal? Dal? No, I'm saying da. 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 Good. Now tha. 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 Am I saying thal? Thal? La. I'm saying tha. Tha. Okay? Then ra. 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 Then za. 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 Then sa. 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 Am I saying seen? No, seen is the name of the letter, right? But because we have a fatha, what makes the ah sound, we have to add that to the letter. So we say sa. 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 Then we have sha. 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 Same thing, right? We don't say sheen, we say sha. Good. Then we say saw. 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 Right? Saw. Good. Do we say sawd? La. There's a fatha there. Therefore, we have to say saw. Then da. 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 Ta. 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 Then va. 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 Then ah. 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 Then ra. 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 Make sure you're repeating after me. Ra. Ra. Okay? Then we say fa. Fa. Some of these letters are easy because that's the name of the letter. Fa, right? That's the name of the letter. Therefore, you're not changing a lot. You're not changing anything, actually. Fa. Good. Then we have qa. 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 Right? Instead of saying qaf, which is the name of the letter, we say qa because of the fatha. Alright? Then we have ka. 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 Alright? Then la. 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 Ma. 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 Na. 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 Wa. 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 Ha. 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 A. 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 And then ya. 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 Okay? So let's repeat all of them once each. A. Repeat after me. A. Ba. Ta. Tha. Ja. Ha. Kha. Da. Tha. را زا سا شا صا ضا طا ظا ع غا فا قا كا لا ما نا و ها أ يا. Okay, one more time. أ با تا ثا جا ح خا دا ذا را زا سا شا صا ضا طا ظا ع غا فا قا كا لا ما نا و ها أ يا. Okay, so these are how the letters are pronounced when there's a fatha a connected to it. All right, so let's do some examples. Now we have different letters put together with fatha. All right, so let's go over them together. We have a. Repeat after me. A ma ra. A ma ra. A ma ra. Amara. 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 We have ba la ra. Ba la ra. Ba la ra. Balagha. Balagha. Then we have fa ma ra. Fa ma ra. Fa ma ra. Thamara. 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 Good. Ja ma a. Ja ma a. Ja ma a. Jama'a. 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 Okay? Then you have ha sa da. Ha sa da. Ha sa da. Hasada. 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 Okay? Then we have va ka ra. Va ka ra. ذكر. 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 را فا ع. را فا ع. رفع. 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 Okay? Then we have za a ma. za a ma. Repeat after me. za a ma. زعم. 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 سرق. 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 Okay? Then we have صدق. 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 ضرب. ضرب. Repeat after me. ضرب. 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 Okay? Then we have ظلم. 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 Then we have عدل. 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 Then we have قمر. قمر. قمر 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 قمر. Right? Then we have كسب 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 كسب. Then you have وجد 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 وجد. Okay? So for this, your only homework for this page right here is to practice it. Okay? Practice it. Read it 5 times. Okay? Until you're able to pronounce it without stopping. Okay? At first when you try, you probably stop or stumble in the beginning. But over time, inshallah, if you keep practicing, you won't stop or you won't stumble. It's like, you get used to it, inshallah, and it become easy. Alright? So we don't want to bombard you with too many concepts or too many memorization. So we're going to stop there this week on Fatha. Alright? Next week, we have the same concept in regards to Kasra and also as well as Dhamma. But today, inshallah, I will stop there. If any questions, please put in the comment section below. Or you can send us an email. سبحانك اللهم أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.